Okay, the first thing we're going to be doing today now is to cut out the wings of the glider. So basically I have about 3.5 centimeter thick foam boards. So I'll be marking out the platform on the wing and I'll be cutting it out. So let's get started with that. Okay, I just finished also cutting the wing. The wing is almost ready. So all that is left for me to do is to sand them down, then probably mark out the aileron shape today. And also probably I'll be able to glue the wing together and reinforce it so that we can move on to the horizontal and vertical stabilizer then before we do the fuselage. Okay guys, I just finished sanding the wing now. As you can see, it's smooth and it has taken the A4 shape fully. I just finished cutting out the main fuselage body. As you can see, I already have my wing slots cutted already, and this will be my top profile, which I'll be gluing on top of this place, just like this. So I'll be gluing this one on top here, and I'll be gluing this lower bottom profile at the bottom. So, and here is my wing. My wing too is also ready. I have the winglet made by cutting a tiny line in between here, but I didn't cut the line through. I just left a small gap in between in such a way that I can raise this to some certain degrees and have it glued on. So if you take a look at the bottom, you can see there's no sign of any line cut at the bottom here. So it's actually a simple step. All you just have to do is cut a line here, then you create a small bevel crease inside, then you raise it and you actually glue it. I just finished gluing the fuselage together. As you can see, I already have my wing slot cut out already, but I'm yet to remove it, so all I just have to do is push it and pull it out. So as for the nose, I'll be cutting the nose here. I'll be gluing it with this material right here. I don't know what it is called, but it's soft and durable, so hopefully we should be able to have some nose crash resistance, or how I'm supposed to put that. So I'll be gluing this material to the nose of the fuselage so it can absorb any impact. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I just glued the material to the nose now. I don't know what it is called, but it's like nylon foamy material. So all that is left is for me to sand the foam, sand the edges, and trim any necessary parts that needs to be trimmed. Yesterday I was able to finish the fuselage sanding, and as you can see, I have the wing where the wing is going to be. I already removed the cutouts that I made, and as for the nose, I've rounded the material that I was talking about. So its job is to be able to cushion some impacts. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is I will be gluing the wing and I'll be reinforcing them with some carbon fiber rods. So this is an 8mm carbon fiber rod, and these are 5mm carbon fiber rod. So I'm going to be gluing them together and I'm going to be reinforcing the wing. So that's what we're going to do now. Okay guys, something came up, so I decided to change the horizontal stabilizer to this design because this design is much more sleeker and much more compatible with the wing design of the plane. So I'm switching from this conventional tapered one to this. Okay, I have almost everything ready, and before I actually proceed, I have reinforced the horizontal stabilizer with a carbon fiber rod, and I want to paint the model before I actually glue the two together. So when I'm done painting, I'll be gluing the two stabilizers together before we'll be attaching it to the. I just finished painting the whole part now. So this is the horizontal stabilizer, and this is the vertical stabilizer. I just had to quickly cut the elevator servo. The elevator servo is going to be on the vertical stabilizer. So, and as for the body too is ready. I like how it turns out to be. This is a very special color combination that I have made before, but I just decided to do it again because I love it. So what is left now is to start putting the thing together. Now that the model is almost ready, as you can see, I already have the elevator servo. So the elevator servo, I had it attached to the vertical stabilizer, as you can see, and also have the aileron servo installed already. Yeah, this is the aileron servo. You will notice that the black painting below is not as dark as I wanted it to be, but that was simply intentional. I didn't want to make it too dark, as you know, dark absorb most of the heat. So I just applied one coat of black spray paint at the bottom. So what is left now is to put the motor mount and install the motor. Then I'm going to be cutting some arches for the battery and for the electronics. So we're good to go. Well, we are done with the model, and I just want to do a quick recap on the things that I've done and the things I'm currently using on it. So the first interesting stuff is the battery arch. As you can see, these are some neodymium magnets that I've glued down onto the battery arch, and this is the opposite one here. So basically, you just have to put it in and it stays on. Very nice. And to remove, you just pop it open. So I'm using a fly sky receiver. As you can see, it's mounted on the underside of this place, and I have the antennas outside. That's probably like 45 degrees, as you can see. And also I'll be using a 2212 1400 kV motor. In future I'll be getting another motor for this guy. Yeah. So also what I've done to the fuselage is that under the fuselage I have this another nylon foam glued to it. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yeah, that is it. So as to protect the belly from any hard landing. It's pretty nice, right? Yeah. And I tape the servo wire, as you can see. Pretty simple. So now we're done with also one thing to note is that if you notice, most when you're building a pusher airplane, you want to have when you're building a pusher airplane and your motor is higher than the center line of your wing, which is your wing chord. So if it is higher than it and you didn't point the motor thrust line towards the center of gravity, and you made it probably like 0, it will tend to rotate your aircraft forward when you apply throttle,
I've experienced this before, and the motor crashed immediately I tried to launch it. So simply because the motor is higher than your wing center line, it will tend to push it will tend to rotate your aircraft around the CG. It will tend to make it nosedive aggressively, and which is usually uncontrollable sometimes. So to solve this solution, I did some research, and it is noted that you have to make sure your motor thrust line is crossing through the center of gravity of your wing, which is somewhere around here. So that's what I've done. As you can see, the motor is at an angle, and the motor thrust line is pointing towards the center of gravity. So with this way, you should be able to counteract the nose down tendency when we when we rotate the motors. So that's basically it, and yeah.
Okay guys, we are here to fly this model today, and we've set up everything. Our control surfaces are working properly. We've checked our CG, and we have a drone up in the air to capture some amazing shots. So hopefully everything goes well, and hopefully we land in one piece. Let's go. Wow. Wow. It's a little bit nose heavy though. Okay guys, that was a successful flight, and it's a little bit no service, so I need to move some weight back so that I can I'm going to fly it again anyway. And also you must be noticing the beeping sound. It's a voltage alarm sensor that I put inside, so it triggers when I was taking off, but we should still have some juice left inside.